They're from all corners of Canada. They've experienced the highs and they've experienced the lows, but they have never stopped believing. They have worked their whole lives to be an overnight success. 30 singers, one dream. For someone, this just might be their day. I'm Brooke Pashley, and this is Big in a Small Town. Over the next few weeks, someone's life will change. Through the magic of television, we'll take you with us across Canada, visiting 6 regions, meeting 30 singers, local heroes who will have their once-in-a-lifetime chance to make a national splash. Tonight, we visit the West, the beauty of Penticton, BC, the majesty of Jasper National Park, and country music's heartland, Saskatoon, Saskatchewan. In each city, we'll meet 5 finalists who were selected by our panel of experts. They will have their opportunity to give a once-in-a-lifetime performance for our mentor, Casey Clark, and one guest mentor for each region. Then, from each city that we visit, one finalist will be selected to represent their region in Toronto on September 6th for the live finale to compete for the ultimate prize. It includes a singles-based exclusive artist agreement with Slate Music Incorporated, 2 music videos funded by CMT Canada, an opening slot on the CMT Canada tour, and if that's not enough, they'll also throw in the opportunity to present Video of the Year award at this year's 2012 CCMA Awards in Saskatoon. Our first stop is the picturesque city of Penticton, BC, which boasts the most attractive climate of all Canadian cities, according to Environment Canada. Surrounded by gentle rolling mountains and 2 freshwater lakes, Penticton isn't just known for its beauty, but also for its wine. Let me tell you, the crew and I taste tested to make sure that was in fact true, and I say 2 thumbs up. But let's get back to business and let's introduce you to our first guest mentor. She's none other than very beautiful and extremely talented Miss Amanda Wilkinson. Hailing from Belleville, Ontario, Amanda made her first successful mark in the country music scene as a part of the highly acclaimed trio, the Wilkinsons. In 2006, Amanda embarked on a solo career, releasing her self-titled debut album, which ignited this firecracker's career once again and proved that she could in fact make it on her own. But as of this year, she once again teamed up with her brother Tyler to form the duo Small Town Pistols, which will have their first album release later this year. Let's meet our first contestant. Well, who are you singing for today?
I'm going to sing for my wife today, actually. And I'm doing this in memory of my dad. My only regret about music is that I didn't sing to my wife on our wedding day. So today I'm going to sing a song I wrote for her.
Gorden was the winner of a singer-songwriter competition sponsored by CMT and Factor.
How are you, Gordon?
Excellent.
We have contestants from across Canada with us today.
Yeah.
But you're from the Valley.
Kelowna, BC.
That's right.
Absolutely.
So you have some additional pressure, I'm thinking, for, representing your backyard here.
Gordon James, I'm from Kelowna, BC, and full-time musician. And I left the Valley once, and it took me 6.5 years to get back. And I think I'll always be here to some degree. Up until 2 years ago, I worked a day job and did music as much as I could. Last year, full-time music, no more day job. Did about 125 shows. Shows I play anywhere. I play farmers markets. I love the outdoor venues in the Valley. Coffee houses, community gatherings, corporate stuff in Calgary and Vancouver and that kind of thing. Play anywhere when someone's willing to listen and try and get one more fan every day. If you get one more fan, that's just great. When I recorded my album, I worked in a sawmill. So I was working shift work, and I had a near-fatal accident. I had come up a set of stairs and fell through an open grate to running saws. And the saws themselves are about the size of a Volkswagen car, and there's a set of 3 saws. So I fell through to my armpits to these running saws. It hit the top of the saw motor. Had I gone a foot to the left or a foot to the right, I may have fallen through the saws. And, playing guitar and singing for the most part is a lot safer than that. I wanted to do this since I was a little boy and just never really had the courage. And now I'm living my dream. Every heart has a safe place. They can run and hide. And in this world of madness, I found my guy. I was lost until I found you. You saved my life, oh yes you did. It's you, oh it's you. It's you, oh it's you. It's you.
You have this energy about you that just, it's very calming. It's, you know, very friendly and
Thank you very
just
much.
easy to
I
get
appreciate
close to you. And with that song, the same thing.
The sound of your voice, the tonal quality, it's just really beautiful.
Thank you very much.
Job well done.
So you never sang for your wife on your wedding day, like you said, but you just did.
Yeah.
And I saw her tearing up there, so it must have meant something to her. What did it mean to you?
That was everything. It was an amazing experience to walk up there. I think the impact of it when I got in front of Casey Clark and Amanda Wilkinson and I realized that it was really happening. Yeah, it was, my nerves kind of went, ooh, you know, this is crazy, but I'm so happy to be part of it.
So that was Gorden James from Kelowna BC. Make sure you're logging on to cmt.ca and letting us know who your favorite performer was. After the break, we're going to introduce you to Farmer Drew and Carla, the singer-songwriter. One Big in a Small Town, Wild West of Canada, returns after these messages.
It took something like that happening for me to get in my heart and my head and say, I'm doing this. I'm not stopping. Nothing is stopping me.
Welcome back to Big in a Small Town. I'm Brooke Pashley, and we are here in the Ornamental Gardens just outside Penticton, BC, with 4 more finalists to perform and impress Amanda Wilkinson and Casey Clark. Up next, in the second spot of the day, we have the farmer from Standard, Alberta. It's Drew Gregory. Let's meet him. In your experience, what's worse, playing for a crowd of 1,000 people for your nerves, or the intimate setting?
Definitely the intimate setting. It's when you can see everybody's faces and see when they're judging you. It's a lot harder than when it's just a sea of faces, for sure. So.
Well, you look as cool as a cucumber, as they say out there. You don't look nervous at all. So what song are you gonna sing?
Singing my song, Lay It All Out There. It's my inspirational tune.
And did you write that about something specific in your life?
I actually wrote it just before my first trip to Nashville, so it was kind of fitting.
Well, good luck today. We're gonna send you out there. Good luck.
Right on. Thank you.
In 2010, Drew reached the finals of the Country 105 Rising Star Contest and won the Best Original Song Award for his song, Country Hurricane.
How you doing, Drew?
I'm good.
Are ya?
Excited.
You feeling good?
Yeah.
So Drew, tell us why you're here, man.
My name is Drew Gregory, and I come from the very small town of Standard, Alberta, and still farm out there, me and Dad on the family farm. When I started writing, I was a big rock fan when I started, but definitely when I started writing, it was just what I knew was country, you know, music, about the trucks and the tractors and all that. So just being out on the farm and the small town, that's where the lyrics started coming in for sure. I have an unbelievable support group, the whole hometown. I remember when I was doing my first CD, needed a little extra money, and we did a big fundraiser at the hall, just kind of a party, and it was just a donation at the door if you wanted to give anything kind of thing, and I sang all night and just made way more money than I deserved. I know going down to Nashville was probably the best thing for me. Start thinking you're pretty decent in your small little town. You're the only guy for miles that plays guitar or sings or does anything, and you go down there and you're humbled very quickly. I will never quit at the music. I mean, even if it gets to be where we can't do it full time, if you know a family comes along and stuff, and still haven't quite made that huge break, it'll still be something I'll do every weekend and as much as I possibly can. That's just something that's never gonna change.
If you have regrets, regret the things you've done, not things you've missed, 'cause you've run the other way, just 'cause you were scared. Lay it all out there. Every Sunday marching in the rain. 'cause you were scared. You laid all out there. You laid all out there.
Tell us about that song and the inspiration behind that, because there's some heavy stuff there.
Yeah, I actually was kind of planning my first trip ever to Nashville when I wrote that song. So it was really cool and really fitting for me. I've always loved the line, I'd rather regret something I did than something I didn't do. And so I kind of fit that into the chorus there and built out from that.
I love like some good old boy country music. You have some grit to you. I like, when I look at you, I don't ever doubt that like you're coming from an honest place or that you're trying to be something that you're not. So
Cool.
good job, man.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
Drew, of all of the things that you went through your mind this morning about what could go wrong at this performance today, did you think breaking a string was going to be one of them?
That always goes through my mind. I love banging on the guitar just about as hard as I can. I go through a set of strings a month about, and I just changed these ones last week, but had to happen on TV, but that's how it goes.
Up next is our third finalist for Penticton, Carla Crawford, the singer-songwriter originally from Midland, Ontario, who made her way out west for the BC finals. Now, Carla, a $100,000 prize on the line. The possibilities are endless from this. What does it mean to you?
It would be amazing. I think that's exactly what I need for people to see me, and hell yeah, I want it. I totally want it.
Well, you look like you're very eager to get out there and perform, so I'm gonna send you right on your way right now. So go for it.
Awesome.
Good luck.
Thanks.
Over her 10-year career, Carla has opened for Vince Gill, Brad Paisley, the Nitty Gritty Dirt Band, and has played various resorts throughout Ontario.
Hi. Good. How are you?
Good. So tell us, love, why are you here today?
My name is Carla Crawford, and I'm a singer-songwriter. I've been playing a lot of resorts and corporate events, which is wonderful. It keeps me employed. I like my 60s, 70s influence. Elvis is a big influence. My dad used to play drums, who I thought was the best drummer in the world at the time. I'd come home from school, and I'd hear the record player playing downstairs after dinner. And that was my cue to go downstairs, and he had a little mic and amp set up for me, and I would sing along. And it was my passion, and that's the songs that Elvis covered. A lot of people don't realize. A lot of the songs, Help Me Make It Through the Night, Chris Christopherson, that's how I learned it. Good Time Charlie's Got the Blues. I Just Can't Help Believing. Like all those songs, I sing them now at the resorts, and I used to listen to them when I was 6 years old. I don't want to keep playing stuff that you hear in a bar that people get drinking and rah, let's hear that song. That's not who I am. It doesn't feed my soul. And if I have to sing Brown Eyed Girl one more time, I'm gonna jump off a cliff. I like when people are asking for the original stuff and they like it. That's what I want to do. I want to do more of that. It's tough because I have been playing and learning over the last 8-10 years. And then you see, shows like the Canadian Idol, American Idol. And not that they're not talented, but I just don't think that they've had the experience or the knowledge, and that's tough as an artist, musician that's been playing for years that knows herself, yeah, I just feel like there's not as many opportunities maybe for people that don't get into those situations, that don't get into the contests. So hopefully, something does come along like this.
Now just one taste will get you. It'll keep you coming back for more. I'll fill you up with a flavor so good you'll be knocking down my door for that delicious recipe. One delicious recipe, yeah. Well, all it takes is baby you and me, and it's a delicious recipe. Well, all it takes is baby you and me, it's a delicious recipe. One delicious recipe. It's a delicious recipe, yeah. It's a delicious recipe, oh. Good. Here we go. Yeah, baby.
That was awesome.
Thank you.
Now, can I just ask you, is that the type of song that it sounds very personal, and it sounds that it's taken you out of a maybe your comfort zone a little bit?
No, you know what I think it is?
Yeah.
That's what I am. That's the kind of style that I should be doing.
I like how tenacious you are. And, you know, too often females, like, they put on the diva front. And it's nice to see, like, that you don't hold anything back. You're giving us, like, the real Carla. So it's really good. Great job, girl.
Thank you.
So, Carla, you were called tenacious out there by Amanda. Have you ever been called that? And do you even know where she was going with that?
Well, I've been called a lot of things. I really have. Carla Dam Crawford, I've been called a lot. But no, I haven't. And you know what? That meant a lot because that's one thing that I hope people do see is that it's me and it's honest and what you get is what you see and vice versa.
With 3 down and 2 left to go, our cylinder asset control agent and school maintenance man are up next when Big in a Small Town returns right here on CMT.
This is my life. This is what I'm supposed to do.
Welcome back to CMT's Big in a Small Town. I'm Brooke Pashley. We've reached our last 2 finalists for Penticton, BC, so let's get straight to it and introduce you to number 4, Lindsay Hoff. Lindsay, up until this point, what has been your biggest audition so far in your career?
Ooh, my biggest audition. That's a tough one. I would say probably for the Youth Talent Showdown for the Calgary Stampede.
Okay, so this is a little bit of a different scenario.
Yes.
You're kind of, you're put in front of 2 mentors. It's kind of more personal, more intimate. How do you feel going into today's interview?
I feel really good. I'm pretty calm, relaxed. It's a great group of people here, so yeah, it's just gonna be fun.
The weather is perfect for you,
Yes.
and I'm gonna send you on your way. Good luck.
Thank you.
Lindsay recorded her first album in Nashville at the age of 16. She's also the cousin of Corb Lund.
Hey, Lindsay. How you doing?
Good.
You nervous?
Not really.
Good?
Yeah.
So tell us what brings you here today, hon.
My name is Lindsay Hoff. I am a cylinder asset coordinator at Air Liquide Canada, and I'm from Dorothy, Alberta. I am probably my biggest pressure. I always want to be the best and do my best, so no pressure from anyone but myself. I pretty much lived in the middle of nowhere my whole life. I went from living in Buffalo, Alberta, which is literally, you would blink and miss it, to moving to Dorothy, Alberta, which is outside of Drumheller, and another small hamlet. We did have the Tom Cochrane Life is a Highway video taped. That is our claim to fame. The elevator in that video is right by my house. I would say my best strength is my friendliness and my personality. I'm a pretty inviting person. I just like to make people feel good when I'm around them, happy. I'm a hard worker. I'm a really hard worker. I'm really dedicated to making music my life. You know, Whoopi Goldberg says in Sister Act, still to this day, my favorite line, she says, when you wake up and all you want to do is sing, and all you think about is singing, well, then you're a singer. And I literally wake up, and that is all I want to ever do is music. I want this more than anything. This is my life. This is what I'm supposed to do. So there's no other options. This is what I'm supposed to do.
They say forgive and forget. Sorry, but I'm not there yet. I'm gonna hold my head high, walk away with my pride, 'cause I'm worth it. I'm worth it. And I will run away, but I'm not gonna stay and let you break me. You break me. Let's cut to the chase. Stand face to face and admit that I'm worth it. Oh, I'm worth it. I'm so damn worth it. You know I'm worth it. Ooh, yeah.
Lindsay, is that the performance that's going to change your life right there? Did you get it?
I think so.
Yeah?
I felt it.
Yeah, did you?
Yeah.
Good.
Oh, I felt it. Really jumping. Yeah, you have a lot of passion.
Thank you.
You know, it's like So too often people aren't super engaging in what they do, and like, I don't know if you've ever been in the situation you were singing about, but it
Yeah, it's
definitely felt like
personal,
that.
for sure.
What was going through your head? Were you just into it that much?
I think because it's such a personal song and it's my own, that I just kind of transplant myself back to that moment, and I'm really singing it with how I feel, and it's just real emotion.
For our last and certainly not least performer from Penticton, BC, we have the school district maintenance man from Harrison Hot Springs, BC. Let's start off by talking about this tattoo that you have on your arm. It's very prominent. Can you tell us about it?
Yeah, it's actually my dad in his younger days in one of his first bands. And so it has a lot of meaning to me. He's kind of with me anytime I take the stage or do a performance like this. I mean, I know he's with me already, but this just serves as a reminder. He's always with me wherever I go, whether it's on stage or wherever. It's just it means a lot to me.
At the 2011 BC CMA Awards, Todd received 7 nominations, including nominations for Album of the Year and Male Artist of the Year.
There's a familiar face.
You bet. How you doing, Casey?
Excellent. Todd, how are you?
Not too bad, thanks.
How
Amanda?
are ya?
Really good. Could not be better. Could not be better.
Tell us why you're here.
My name is Todd Richard, and I was a plumber, had my own plumbing business in Harrison Hot Springs, BC. A couple years ago, started to chase my musical dream and actually sold my plumbing business. And I'm now a part-time maintenance man for the school district. That's what I do to help finance this whole thing. You have to have a day job. So yeah, it's not all stages and bright lights. I'm living my dream, and I'm that close to really being there where maybe I can get where I don't have to do that maintenance job and I can just be on that stage full time and be performing, which is what we're chasing. We sold the plumbing business. We had a little boat with the business. We built up a few little toys, and I had my prized '66 Mustang, and we just recently sold our house last year. And are living in this little 600 square foot. My wife has sacrificed her big home and really nice house, and but with the downsizing, we've become happier. When I had the business, I wasn't happy. It was a job. This is what I love. I don't miss it a bit, and I'm thankful my wife doesn't either. I mean, if she said tomorrow, I can't handle this, I would give it up for her, but I'm so thankful she doesn't, because she knows I love it. Maybe a bit of regret with my dad, because he had been a musician, he was the guy in the day. He was the guy you got for any show, for any wedding. I sat there on the bed with him, and just seeing this big man just turn to nothing left of him and said, I am going to do this. I'm going to do this. That's a really big part of my drive, is that I did tell my dad. It's hard to believe it's been just over 5 years ago now, where sitting with him, and I said, I'm going to do this again. I'm going to go back into this, because I had tried when I was a little bit younger, and kind of got busy with life, and it took something like that happening for me to get in my heart and my head and say, I'm doing this. I'm not stopping. Nothing is stopping me.
Life is precious, seize every moment. Live, laugh, and love. Trust in your heart. When we look at the man in the mirror, are we proud of who we are? Life's about people, not material things. It's not about fast cars or diamond rings. It's making a difference, it's lending a hand. It's having compassion for your fellow man. Life's about people. Life's about people, yeah. Life's about people. Life's about people, yeah, yeah. Oh, yeah.
I felt that. It's pretty emotional.
Yeah, that's one thing. You think about it too much, and the emotion can't help but sink in there, right? It kind of gets you a bit. I just love singing that song. Yeah.
Sounds it.
And you have a great sounding voice, man.
Oh,
just
thank
like
you so
so
much.
warm and rich, and it's just like a big warm blanket. It's awesome. So
Thank you
good.
so much.
I think you did a great job. How do you feel?
Oh, thank you, Brooke. That was just amazing. Yeah, it felt good, definitely. And yeah, it is hard when I start to think of my dad. It can be hard sometimes, but you try and just suck it up and hold it inside and and do your thing.
Well, you did a great job. You kept your composure, but still being that big teddy bear that now we know you as. With the last performer in Penticton wrapped up, we get to hear what our mentors, Casey Clark and Amanda Wilkinson, think of each of the city's finalists.
When Lindsay came down, I kind of anticipated her having that big voice.
Yeah.
You know, I kind of, okay, here we go. She's gonna take us on a vocal ride a little bit, and she did. I mean, she was very diverse in that song.
She knew what she was doing.
Yeah.
Like, as soon as she hit that mark, it was like, I'm here to perform. I'm here to, like, sing my face off. And she definitely knew what she was doing.
So for me, with Drew, I like how genuine the kid is, you know?
Yeah.
I mean, I believe that song, particularly coming from him. I mean, it's a simple song, but I think he has a lot of cred to it, you know?
Yeah, I mean, there's that blue-collar thing to him, and
Yeah.
I think that you would sense that even if you didn't know what he did for
Right.
a living. It's just like that good old boy, like, oh, shucks, ma'am,
Right.
honest to goodness, like, quality about him. And, you know, I think, like you said, the song was good. I wish that he had a little bit, like, I think he still has that nervous energy
Yeah.
where he didn't have a lot of engaging eye contact.
Right.
But that just comes with playing out more.
Yeah.
But I was really impressed with him. I really like Gorden a lot.
Yeah, there was something soothing about this man that I didn't really expect, because when he came down, you're like, okay,
Generic looking. a
yeah,
little bit.
you know,
Yeah,
there wasn't a lot of showbiz.
right.
And then he started ripping into the tune.
His voice, I didn't honestly think, like, looking at him, I was like, I didn't expect that voice to come out
Yeah,
of him. He sounded
yeah.
like, he looked like he should have had that, like,
Yeah, a little more
Gruff or something?
and edge to him. With Carla, you know, for me, I loved the performance with her. You know, with the song, and she was right into it. It's when she started making reference to the chefs and the recipe, and
it gets too much.
yeah.
Like, from a songwriting standpoint, it's like, I felt like, I know what you're going
Yeah.
for, honey. I really know it, but when you start making an inventory list like that,
Yeah.
it knocks the believability
Yeah.
out a little bit. It's like, you don't have to go. That's why I you know, even listening to country songs where they start throwing, okay, here comes the truck and the dog and
right.
and you're like, oh, no.
Yeah. I would, you know, hazard to guess that this was the most emotional
Todd, yeah.
today.
Oh.
You know, every time he looks down at his forearm, he sees his father there. I mean, that's, boy.
And he's this giant of a man.
Yeah.
Who has, like, you know, we were talking about image before. I mean, you look at him and you go, that's who this guy is.
Yeah,
He's kind of got that thing that is, like, larger than life.
And you don't forget about
everything.
him, right?
You don't.
Meet him once, you won't forget about him.
You remember what what
Yeah.
he looks like.
Yeah.
He has that presence, but I think that was so offset. It was endearing to see that, like, this hulk of a guy with this gentle voice just relating his story. And that's what music's all about. When
Yeah.
you strip all of that away, it's whether or not somebody can convince you with what they're saying.
All right, here is your chance to let us know what you think about the 5 you just saw. Log on to cmt.ca and let us know who your favorite was from Penticton, BC. And hey, you never know, you might just see them in the live finale in Toronto. After the break, we're gonna be heading to Region 2, Jasper, Alberta, where we'll meet 5 more finalists in the running to become the first ever Big in a Small Town winner. Welcome back to Big in a Small Town. I'm Brooke Pashley, and we've made our way to our second destination, Jasper National Park, Alberta. We're right here at the beautiful Fairmont Jasper Park Lodge, which is situated in the largest and most northerly of Canada's Rocky Mountain National Parks. Our mentor for Jasper National Park, Alberta, hails from this beautiful province. He's the lead singer of Emerson Drive. It's Brad Mates. Born and raised in Grand Prairie, Alberta, and founding member of the supergroup Emerson Drive, they've been making hit after hit since the late 90s. Brad and the boys had the honor of being the first Canadian band to have a #1 hit single on the American charts with Moments. Taking some time away from the studio where he's recording their latest album, Brad is here to lend his words of advice to our lucky contestants. All right, Erin, well, welcome to Jasper National Park. Where are you coming here from today?
I'm coming from Whitecourt, Alberta.
Oh, so you're kind of familiar with the province, the beautiful province this is. Now, I know that you kind of stopped doing competitions, stopped doing auditions for a while. Why?
I don't know, I think I came a little bitter about them maybe. I like playing live music and I don't love the feeling of being judged, so I kind of stepped away from it for a while.
So are you a little bit nervous or are you good?
I'll admit, a tiny bit, yes. It'd be silly if I wasn't.
Well, I mean, we all get nervous sometimes, but you look great and I think you're gonna do well, so I'm gonna send you off. Good luck.
Thank you.
Erin has opened for notable country acts such as Doc Walker, Aaron Pritchett, Aaron Lyons, Gord Bamford, Derek Rattan, and Chris Cummings. She has released 2 full-length albums.
Erin, welcome.
Hey, Casey.
You look great.
Thank you.
So tell us why you're here.
My name's Erin Haley and I'm from Whitecourt, Alberta. Whitecourt's actually a really booming town. It's an oil town, so everybody's kind of wanting to move there. It's close to where everybody works, so everything's there that I need. There's actually some venues there that are really cool to sing and play at. I got into music because my dad's loved it forever. He started playing guitar when he was about 20, and then as I was growing up, even as a baby, he made up songs for me to put me to sleep if I was crying. That's how he put me to sleep, and then, you know, as I got older, we'd play little kid songs like Puff the Magic Dragon and stuff, and I'd beg him to play for his friends and say, you know, we need to show them that I can actually sing, Dad. And now he won't even get on stage unless I beg him. So that's kind of where it all started. It's my dad's fault. Music plays a huge role right now. I kind of went through a period, I hate to admit it, but a period that I kind of thought, what am I doing in this crazy, crazy industry? It's so hard to do on your own. But I ended up getting a team together in the last month, so it's like everything's come back into play again. It's become a huge part of my life again. I feel like I'm paying my dues right now. I think for the last 10 years, I put a lot of time and money and effort and everything into it, and my poor family has gone through a ton of stuff with me. I sacrificed having my own home to have a music career. If I didn't have this career, I'd probably have a home, and probably some relationships and stuff too have been sacrificed because of it, but you know, for me, it's all worth it in the end. I think just the love of music keeps me going. If I didn't have music in my life, I don't even think it would be a fun life. It doesn't matter what I'm doing, if I'm driving my truck or if I'm just outside doing yard work or anything, you know, in the office on the computer, I always have music going. So, you know, I'm singing constantly and I need to sing in front of a live audience. So that's what keeps me going.
You say I'm gonna leave with every guy I say hi to. If that's what you think, well, that's the next thing that I'll do. Why can't you see all the hell you put me through? Here I am, watching you. Over my shoulder, always around the corner. Makes you feel so good to put me down. Keep up any longer and I won't keep you around. Then you'll be over my shoulder. Keep up any longer and I won't keep you around. Then you'll be over my shoulder. Then you'll be over my shoulder. Yeah.
Very nice. Erin, in case you didn't introduce me, I am the talented part of our duo here today. He's the eye candy and the brains. Very nice.
Thanks, Brad.
Very impressed with your tone and your pitch
Thank
and your
you.
voice, and some really kind of cheeky lyrics within there that make you laugh and smile. So
I really like the song too, Erin. I think that it showcased your bubbly personality, and the only suggestion I might have for you is the smile right there that you just did. A bit more of that, a bit more entertainment value, but great performance.
The mentors gave you some advice, they gave you some praise. What did you take most from that?
I think what Casey said meant a lot to me, how he said just the entertainment value, just smile and, you know, I guess more comfortable would be probably what he meant to, you know, give them a little bit more entertainment value. So I'm going to take that away. And it was really sweet what Brad said. That meant a lot. If he liked the singing, that meant a lot to me too.
If that's what's to go by from Jasper's talent pool, then you have a lot to look forward to. We're gonna take a quick break, but rest assured we'll be back with a woodman of sorts and a cleaner, hoping to sweep the competition after these messages.
This is just something that I know that I'm going to do for the rest of my life.
Welcome back to Big in a Small Town. We're in Region 2 of our search for the next big thing. I'm currently in a tram up the side of the mountain in Jasper National Park, and it's time to introduce you to our next finalist, Richard Woodman, but I'll let him tell you more about himself. You have two people, you have Brad and Casey, who are gonna either pick you apart, build you up, you don't know what's gonna happen. Is this the highest pressure situation you've really ever faced before?
It has, but I don't know. It's good, I don't know.
It's good. He's tongue-tied. He doesn't know. He's got to sing. He's got to do it. All right, send you on your way. Good luck.
Thank you.
Richard opened for Jim Cuddy in Slave Lake, Alberta. He's also opened for Dr. Hook, Streetheart, April Wine, Julian Austin, and The Trues.
Richard, how you doing, man?
I'm good, I'm excited.
Tell us why you're here.
My name is Richard Woodman, and I'm from Canisa, Alberta. It's pretty small. I think the population is about 500. Everyone's family there. Everyone knows each other. Small community. I run a chainsaw, cut trees around power lines. Most of my family plays music some way or another, or sings, or plays guitars, or in bands, or whatever. Everyone's always playing music, and so it's just a thing to do. That's how we entertain ourselves there. It's what I grew up with. I like when I make people cry. That's good to hear that. So I had tears in my eyes when I heard that song, or I got chills, or I think that's probably the best compliment, I guess. I like writing my own music and telling stories, through my music. For me, writing music for myself was more of a therapy thing, a way just to let my emotions out. I think it takes a lot of courage, I guess, to get out there.